guys, Nick Lesagore here.
Brandon Deli here.
Exit 12 Brewery.
In the house. In the house.
In the house, in the house. And we are in the house. And it's only right that Brandon says in the house because I started saying in the house. I was the very first video we have, I said in the house. And this will probably be our last video, or one of our last videos of of November.
I was like, geez, this is the part I get fired.
And the reason why off the rails early. The reason why I bring it up is because November is the 1-year anniversary that we started this amazing hobby of BrewTubing. I've been home brewing for probably 5 or 6 years now. Every other month it goes up another 6 months. I'm not really 100% sure. Brandon's been at it for 2-3 years.
2-3 years, yeah.
But we started BrewTubing, and our very first video was for a beer from Mike Dean that we reviewed for the Dual Grain Triple Play Double IPA Hop Challenge in this very basement.
Yeah.
It was a hop challenge for the BrewTubers Homebrew Club. Mm-hmm. And it was our first beer review, our first time on camera as a duo, as homebrewers. And again, we were here in the basement. It was not finished. And as you can see behind you, or behind us, we got the vent going. We are finished. So if you have any time at any point, go back, watch some of those videos. We have a separate playlist called the Dual Grain Triple Play Double IPA Hop Challenge on our YouTube channel. So go back and watch some of those videos, if not anything else, to see what a dumpster fire the basement was before we finished it.
Sure, yeah, and see if you can hear me. That was before we got the microphone, and a low talker.
We were budget back then. But here we are now, a year in, and we are just so thankful to the people that have subscribed, the people that have watched, the people that have commented, the people that have followed our social media accounts. We do this obviously for fun. We don't get paid from any homebrew club. We don't get paid from any suppliers. We don't get free stuff. We just do this for fun. We like to chronicle our journey. This is our, vlog, and it's just been quite a ride for the first year. It's been really, really fun for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're gonna cheers to that with the Friendsgiving Cranberry Pale Ale. We didn't do a brew day for it because it's our 3rd year brewing it. We have,
get it over there.
for some reason, it's the lighting, but these look 2 different colors. Same beer. But we have a brew day video of this beer from a year or 2 ago.
Yeah.
This is our 3rd iteration. We brew it every year for Thanksgiving. So for Brandon, I would like to say cheers to 1 year.
Cheers, 1 year.
And salute.
Salute. You're just gonna stare at me? That's creepy.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
Would you like to say anything
no.
about me and the type of person I am? And
lovely gentleman that helped get me into BrewTubing. BrewTubing definitely, because I definitely didn't want to be on camera. That was all Nick. Nick helped me get into brewing and BrewTubing. So cheers to you, man. I don't know if they appreciate it. They probably
you do.
Want me out of here.
Nobody appreciates it more than me, buddy. So this beer, if you want to take a quick little sippy real quick.
And this is the rare me and Nick are having us at the exact same time.
Yeah, this is a first taste of the beer that we're having at the same time. Just tapped tonight, and it's insane. Yeah. Pressurized fermentation is unbelievable. This year, we did dumb down the amount of hops, but the amount of cranberry. We went from 5 pounds the first year to 3 pounds the second year. And this year we went 30 ounces.
Yeah.
So, and it's really made a difference. The hops really shine through. Yeah. The guy who manages our local homebrew store told me, don't do a cranberry pale ale. Do cranberry ale or do a pale ale. Don't do both.
Yeah.
He was wrong. This is delicious.
Absolutely. I was gonna, shout out. You know who you are.
This is amazing. Melon. I get a really, really beautiful honeydew melon on this.
Yeah, definitely.
No orange. I don't get orange peel. I don't get grapefruit. It's honeydew melon, guava.
Yeah, a little bit of guava, and I definitely get the cranberry. It's a little on the back end. It's not as, that sweet sour you get. So, we might, it's always gonna be every year we're gonna be playing around with this with the cranberries. So I think it's definitely more subdued. But now the funny thing is, every year I'm like, there's too much cranberries. This year I'm like, there's not enough cranberries in it. So.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how it is when it warms. But enough about the beer. Back to our 1 year. This is again our 1 year anniversary, and I just can't explain how appreciative we are to the people that are in our homebrew club, to other BrewTubers that necessarily aren't in the homebrew club. We've watched so many videos from people, and we just have some shout outs for the first time since we've been doing this.
Yeah.
And first and foremost, the person I would like to thank, who I think is probably our best friend within the community, is main brew guy Gary.
Gare Bear.
Gare Bear has been absolutely amazing. He is one of the more soft-spoken, but one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. If you have a chance to check out his YouTube channel, do it. If you have already, you know the type of guy he is. One of the more loyal people I've ever met in my life, and just a really, truly amazing guy.
Yeah, Gary's awesome. Another guy, our first beer review, Mike Dean, the Dean's List. Awesome guy. Hung out at NHC. Our first dinner at NHC was us three, which was awesome to get to know him. Wonderful guy.
Yeah.
Awesome guy.
And he's very passionate about what he does in terms of his career outside of homebrewing as well as homebrewing. He loves his family, loves his kids. I don't know of another man that's more proud of his children. The way he talks, his face lights up.
He's awesome.
Like Brandon mentioned, we had the pleasure of meeting him, and again, just such an amazing, loyal person, just like Gary. They are both from different parts of the military, so the loyalty aspect, I completely understand. That's what they have in common for sure. And Mike Dean, personally, in my opinion, from top to bottom, is the best home brewer that I've ever tasted. He has the best home brew that I've ever had. Mike Dean, you know which beer that is. It's the brown ale that we reviewed on this channel. You can find that as well. But again, just two really, really, really solid, amazing guys.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, and then there's other guys within the community that we really, really like as well, that we've built such great friendships with. And Kevin Clements is one of those. He's got us into BrewTubing inadvertently. We started watching his videos and we became very interested in it. And then as well as some other guys like Josh Hoover, who's Kevin's nephew, a very nice guy again. And you're kicking my butt in fantasy this year, man. I'm having a rough year. Thankfully, Brandon's picking up the slack.
Yeah. Larry Lentz, Lermo.
Yeah, Larry Lentz is a guy that is easily one of the most genuine guys in the homebrew club, in BrewTubers. There was never a time at NHC where there wasn't a smile on his face. He's the tallest guy in the world, and he's just the nicest, most genuine guy of all time.
Absolutely. What do you think of some of those? Ryan Lewis, Lou Brew, SJ Poor.
And then some other guys that moving forward in the next year, we have goals. We have homebrewing goals and we have BrewTubing goals. And one of our goals in the next year is to get closer to some of the other guys that we met at NHC. And a few of those guys one of them is Wally Feck. And Wally, man, you made me laugh constantly at NHC. Yep. You and your wife are some of the most nicer, such great, kind-hearted people that were constantly making me laugh. Mm-hmm. And cheers to your wife for going to NHC with you, because I'll tell you what, man, I can't get my wife to do it no matter how much I tell her I love her, no matter how much I tell her I'll watch the baby. She is not down for NHC. So
Same.
Having a significant other that is interested in that is awesome. And then a second guy is Josh Sikor. Again, right there with Wally, constantly making me laugh. Great jokes, amazing home brewer, just like Wally. And Josh actually moved on at NHC with one of his beers, the New England IPA, which I got the chance to taste for our pregame before club night in our hotel room. And it was an absolutely phenomenal beer. So those are two guys that we are looking forward to building relationships with. outside of BrewTubing, maybe send in some boxes of homebrew too, if they are so inclined to accept.
Yeah. When you mentioned NHC and husband-wife combination, Brian from Short Circuit Brewing and his wife are awesome people. Brian's just a huge man. I just remember when I saw him and I'm just like, I knew he looked like a big guy from his videos, but seeing him in person, I always say his hand just took over mine. And he has a lovely wife. She's awesome. They were cracking us up as well.
Yeah, and to that point, I was going to reference Brian as well. There are two BrewTubers, in my opinion, that kind of helped us along without realizing it, with our brewing methods. We watch their videos pretty much ad nauseum, and those two, as you mentioned, Brian from Short Circuited, his videos, if you haven't checked them out, which I'm sure you have because the guy's got like 80,000 followers, check him out. His instructional videos were amazing for us. And then he doesn't know us, but we know him, Gavin Ellicott, who is Gash Slug, aka the Homebrew Network, a BrewTuber without knowing it. That guy is unbelievable. His videos are great. Love the accent, buddy. And just absolutely love these guys. Some of them I've never met before, like Gavin, but have helped out immensely. Others I have, like Brian, like you mentioned. One of the more, if not the most helpful person in the BrewTuber community would be Brian. He told me, dude, if you want to pick my brain anytime you want about social media hashtagging, the guy is so incredibly smart and so incredibly genuine. And we can't thank him enough.
Extremely talented.
Yeah.
If you go check out his channel, he built a bar. It's insane. So one person I did want to mention that is not, two people that are not BrewTubers, but helped us out in this last year are the podcast Plato's Gravity. Those gentlemen had us on 2 times.
Aaron and Jason.
Yeah.
They don't put out as many episodes as they used to, but if you go to platosgravity.com, it's spelled just like you would think, and check out some of their episodes. They have homebrewers on, they have owners of breweries, they cover their homebrewers themselves. We've rated some of their beers, they've tasted some of ours. Jason is incredibly witty and smart and funny, and Aaron is the me in the group. He's great at keeping he's great at keeping Jason on task.
Yeah.
Not that you need it necessarily, but he's very regimented. He's the host of the show, a really awesome guy, a really funny guy off camera to chat with, and we will do Dank Fireworks. That is a collab that will happen. Yeah. I promise you that.
Promise. Yeah. Summer 20 something or other. I was going to commit to 2020, but we can't do that.
He's got a baby on the way. But we will do Dank Fireworks. That is a collab that has to happen. Don't take the name. Trademark it now.
Trademark. Verbal trademarks are legally binding.
Boom. And then lastly, there are guys that are either have been BrewTube, have been with kind of on the outskirts of the community for a while, and just now kind of consistently posting videos. And then there are guys that we're trying to nudge in the right direction to post videos. And one of those guys is Brian McCrickard, a.k.a. I think we called him Larry at NHC. We called him a bunch of different names.
Yeah.
Such a gifted homebrewer and such a nice guy. Such a nice guy. So funny. He moved on at NHC. We're trying to get him to start BrewTubing. He's a little camera shy.
I think he had like 3 beers, 4 beers. Like, it was an insane amount of beers that made it to the finals. Like, just insane homebrewer.
Yeah. And I can't wait until the time comes where I can try one of his beers. Again, such a nice guy. Always willing to help with things within NHC and things like that. Really awesome.
Mm-hmm. And Matthew Morris, who is somebody who's been posting a lot lately. If he has an awesome rig, great videos, go check out his page.
Soft spoken though, buddy. Soft spoken. We gotta up that voice a little bit. I tell this guy a lot. His voice too.
Listen, for the soft spoken people, don't let him. He's just loud.
That's true too. But I try to inflect.
And one person that probably will never get on camera, but he is the mystery man of BrewTubers, and that's our buddy Brock. Never to be seen.
Never to
Always
be seen.
to be heard from, never to be seen.
The ever elusive Brock. Yeah, we are diving deep on the shout outs here, and I love it. If we didn't mention you, I'm sorry. You know the roles that you have in our brewing lives, in our personal lives, in our BrewTubing lives. The community itself is full of so many great people we can't thank enough. Literally and honestly, it's not hyperbole. We are so thankful for the friendships we've made, for the people we've met, and through good and bad, through arguments and agreements, through debates and everything else. And it just, when you can come back and at the end of the day, you know, you can call these people friends, some of them family. It's just, again, very, very thankful. I've had a couple, or just one BrewTuber in my house who's met my wife when she was pregnant, Gary. What's up? And Gary was the driving force behind helping my wife understand why we BrewTube. So
Yeah.
she met Gary. She said, you know what? These guys are all right. And I said, you're right, they are. Maybe it's not as weird that we get online on a Friday night and we have a video chat, right, Mike? And so, again, if we didn't thank you, I'm sorry. But you know who you are.
Yeah.
And then to complete this amazing video celebrating a year with my cousin, my best friend,
You're gonna hug me there.
my boy,
Bring it in for the real thing.
my boy Brandon, saved from the cockles. We have a years-long blooper reel for you to watch.
It's awesome. Nah.
It's recording.
Hi, this is Brandon Delakia. What am I supposed to do? What do you do?
What the fuck was that?
That's an intro, right? What's the intro?
All right, do you want me to do it?
Yes, you do the intro.
The people deserve to see everything.
Yeah.
So, overall,
Where else? That's going. Oh. Did you think he was gonna be silent? When he was not in control of your butthole. Actually correct.
and be there we will. And we've already booked the hotel.
That's what being there is.
We've already booked the hotel. We're good to go. We're just waiting to buy the tickets. And today, what do we do?
I already said we brewed our competition beer. Nicholas, we brewed our competition beer.
All right, redo.
Well, that was fine.
No, because I made you fucking repeat it. All right. I want some professionalism.
Okay.
What's going on? Yeah, baby. What's going on, guys? Like, I went a little urban.
That's
I'm gonna redo it because I was like, yeah,
don't
baby.
go urban. Don't go urban. Okay.
That's not going on bloopers.
So,
Salute.
cheers.
You're correct. For editing that. I usually don't share it on the last one.
Ah, you just saw one of those.
You were very like,
Oh, I pulled away.
yeah.
It's part of the course.
Push away a little bit.
Scooch me.
Just scooch the shit out of you. National Homebrew Competition Convention. National Homebrew Convention. Beer.
Well, it is a competition.
That is true, but NHC is. Let's read it.
Let's go on the bloopers. What is that? How am I supposed to come back for that? Alright, hold on. Oh, fuck me. What the fuck?
That's gonna be a hell of a video to edit.
Oh my god, hold on.
What's going on, guys? I'm just kidding.
What's going on, guys? I just took over.
This fucking guy.
I moved it.
If it smells, we're delaying video.
I didn't do anything. I moved
thought
this.
you farted.
I did not.
Where are you going?
I'll stay on this side.
No, God. You need that mic way more than I do.
Because I talk way louder.
Because I talk.
Let's speed it up.
Dude, your boy. I have no idea how to do this fucking thing.
Don't want to stop it.
No. I'll edit that. See, I'm so fucking tall, dude.
You're not tall. Look at this.
Big brain, big legs.
Big brain, big legs. That's what it is. Big brain, big legs. It's going in the bloopers. Mr. Big Brain, Big Legs Lessingor. That's what they call him in the streets.
That's is it recording?
Yeah. Which way am I supposed to go?
Why don't you move? No, you move. Oh, wait. No, you're right.
Where you standing? Which one are you standing?
What's going on, guys?
Big Lessingor here, originally here, October.
Do you see why I don't want so many things?
Things? What are you talking about? Where are we
I
standing?
need you.
I'm gonna Ric Flair chop coming up.
$1,000 nap.
Yeah.
And that's a year.
Those were great.
That's a
Nick,
wrap up of a year.
Those were bloopers that you just saw. Ha ha.
Fair enough. Thank you guys again. There he goes, drinking without me again.
Cheers.
Thanks for a year, boys, girls, everyone watching. Love yous. Cheers.
Cheers.